When I first started, there were 2 keepers and 100 less cats. So it has grown immensely in my 11 years here. I love what I do and I'm extremely lucky to be able to do it, but to have grown that much in this amount of time means that there's a growing problem out there with these animals in need of homes. Private ownership, they get them as pets, there's all different reasons, circuses, roadside zoos, all the places that we get these animals and then they're being mistreated or whatever the situation is, and then they need a home, and that is quite a big problem actually, because there is not a lot of places that can take these kinds of animals. You don't just bring them to a shelter. We have an overnight guest stay here. It is $175 for 2 adults. And it's a room that it's got its own bathroom. There's a microwave and a little refrigerator in there. And outside of your room are some cats that you can sit outside and observe. They are cats, there's all different kinds of cats up there. There's a tiger, there's a leopard, a cougar, an ocelot, and a couple of bobcats. And you can sit outside and observe them and watch them all night and listen to all the sounds. Because you will hear roaring throughout the night, the lions roar. You'll hear cougars calling, you'll hear other tigers talking, you'll hear all different kinds of things, and it's very nice to sit outside and enjoy that. And then you get to go on the tour of the main area as many times as you want. And then the next morning, the keepers start the feeding outside the room, and then they take you with them to all the off-tour areas. And you get to see all of the animals. You can see our meat processing center. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to stick your head in the cooler, check that out, and then just get to see all the cats that are not on the regular tour.
This is one of the few exotic feline rescues in the whole entire country, and guests from all over the world come to see the lions, tigers, leopards, bobcats, you name it.
I came here in 1991 with 2 tigers and a leopard. Went to a realtor in Terre Haute, said I'm looking for a place with no neighbors. Here we are 25 years later at 200 plus cats of 10 different species.
Guests can stay overnight here.
We have a place where you can spend the night. You've got a tiger and a black leopard and a cougar and a couple of bobcats and an ocelot all right outside your room.
Wow, that sounds so fun.
And then you get a complete tour. What you see down the area we're in now is what we call the public area. And there are 50 or 60 cats down here that people can see. But as an overnight guest, you get to see the whole facility.
Which is how big?
We're on 110 acres and we have 10 different species and 200 cats.
And they get regular veterinary care?
We have an incredibly well-equipped medical facility right here. And we have a veterinarian, Dr. Fred Froderman, who has been with us for about 10 years. And he's really first rate. The dentists that come here are the top of the line of their profession. And they come here usually twice a year for 2 days. And they do dental work. We do between 6 and 9 cats in a weekend.
So how do the cats make it here? They're all rescues from various situations.
Most of them we go get. You know, if it's a law enforcement situation, quite often the law enforcement people will ask us to, you know, they will deal with the people in the matter, and we will deal with the animals.
What do they eat here?
Between 3,000 and 4,000 pounds of meat a day.
Wow.
We feed a combination of beef, horse, venison, poultry. We have a truck that's on the road usually 6 days a week. And we will pick up your down livestock, assuming it's appropriate for us.
Of course.
Or put down your sick or injured livestock. And we do that at no charge or virtually no charge. So that makes us very popular with farmers. It also makes us very popular with the State Board of Animal Health. And then we process that here and we do waste disposal and all that sort of thing.
And I saw tigers jumping around in their water tanks back there. So they have sort of their native habitat. Just in Indiana, they have water and trees and grass they can.
We try and give everybody here a big cage with real habitat. Tigers all love to swim, so our tigers all have water that we can get into. Down in the new areas in the field, all the tigers have in-ground pools,
Wow.
which is much nicer for everyone.
That's so neat. You sound pretty spoiled.
We
I
try.
like it.
We try. Tigers in the winter will break the ice to get in the water.
Really?
And when they can't break the ice anymore, they'll sleep on it. It can be very cold out here and a foot of snow on the ground. And you'll see tigers jumping into the water and knocking out big hunks of ice and batting the ice around in the snow and then jumping back into the water. It makes you cold.
And how do the cats, the African cats like the lions, how do they deal with the harsh winters of Indiana?
They do pretty good for the most part. Summers are harder on these animals than winters. They really all suffer from the heat. They do quite well in the cold.
I see a tour coming. When can people come and check out the center?
We are open from 10 to 5 every day of the week.
Oh,
During the winter, we're closed on Mondays, but the rest, during the summer, we're open 7 days a week, and so we're always glad to have you come out and see the cats.
and they're always open to volunteers too, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to the volunteer orientation so I can spend more time out here helping the big cats. And you also need plywood and what other sort of things do you need out here?
We need plywood and lumber and concrete and steel and building supplies. We need office supplies. We need things like chicken leg quarters and postage stamps. A wide variety of things that an organization like this needs just to keep working.
Exotic Feline Rescue Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization and relies on donations to keep functioning and helping all these big cats.
Yes, that always helps.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I can't wait to go to orientation and see more of the cats. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for coming, and we'll look forward to seeing you as a volunteer, putting you to work.
Yes, I'm so excited.